Hi guys, so this is my Calla Lily that has mealybugs and thrips. So you can see over here it's crawling and I really need to treat this. I have it isolated with two other plants that also have this issue. Let's get to treating. So I did try and briefly tape the flower together to have it survive, but it does look like it's fallen off and there's mealybugs all over it. The tape has caught a few. Did add some skewers to support the plant, but I think the plant just needs to get rebooted. You can see it's not looking healthy whatsoever. I did do one treatment of pest control, so I sprayed it, and as you can see on the soil it does look like there is quite a few, those white dots looks like dead mealybugs. The thrips aren't visible, but I did see a few, so I am still under the assumption this plant still has thrips. What I'm going to do now is remove the soil into the sink, and hopefully I can just get rid of the soil and it'll be all okay. So another tip is to treat the wooden skewers that were there to support the plant. As you can see, there's still mealybugs on the wooden skewers, so I will wash it thoroughly and make sure it's treated before I put it back in, so that prevents the mealybugs from reproducing. I'm actually going to remove these leaves. I have put on gloves because I don't want it crawling on me, because these yellow leaves are kind of green, but I don't think it's helping the plant, to be honest. So I'll remove them, and there's a lot of pests on the leaves, so that should help reduce the pests on it overall. So this is exactly why I'm removing the leaves. You can see it's crawling with mealybugs. There was one that was literally just crawling, and I think I just pushed it off with my thumb. But removing these leaves will help overall with pest management. I will still spray it down and wash it thoroughly. I think removing the leaves are the best call, and the flowers aren't going to survive anyways, so they might need to get cut. This is exactly why I decided to wear gloves. Did not want mealybugs crawling all over me, and they're really fast, surprisingly. I am having to cut off most of the plant. Like, it is quite sad, but I think that's what's for the best. So I have chopped up the plant a lot. It's looking quite rough. Usually I'd let it callus over, but I can't. It's crawling in thrips as well. You can see the thrips have come out. If you see just the sink, there's so much mealybugs and thrips everywhere. So yeah, the soil needs to get binned as well. So that's my next step. You can still see it's crawling in mealybugs. That's why I still need to do my treatment. To get the soil out of the pot, I'm just squeezing it all around, and that will loosen the soil. I'll put it back into the pot it came in, and then just tip it into a plastic bag and throw it away. The root system actually do look quite healthy. There is quite a few Calla Lily plants in here. One of them has just fallen. I am just gonna, with my fingers, move my hand in there and get all of the soil out of here. Hopefully it's not that bad. On second thoughts, the roots aren't actually too healthy. They did rot away a lot. You can see there's not too many secondary roots, which are the smaller, thinner roots over here. I will just put this whole thing into water and propagate it that way, or try to keep it alive. There's still mealybugs. I try to get as much of the soil off, but I will just rinse it in water, take it from there. I've binned the soil and the leaves. Now what I'll do is I'll wash this entire plant, including the roots, in lukewarm water. I would have ideally loved to submerge it, but my sink is not working with me. So let's do this. So I was just gonna change the soil, and as soon as I picked up the plant, it's got extensive root system, or it's just root bound. So I am just gonna kind of move at the soil and hopefully have this exposed. I will just put this straight into water instead of putting it into soil and treat it before I do that. It's not actually ideal, but this is just too difficult to remove the soil from, and it's been wet, so it makes it harder. I am just slowly going to cut back on the roots and just keep the main root balls. That's the only amount of soil I was able to get out. So let's see if that helps. I managed to get as much of the soil out, making the sink an entire mess in the process. Anyways, I will tidy it up once I'm done, and I'm just gonna wash the plant and to get as much of the soil off of it. Let's see. Time to do the same thing again, just removing this and washing the leaves as well and making sure there's no more red mites of this. And I have just put the plant in this and I'll add it a little bit of water. The water will be murky, but it's okay. Let's do this again. So I made quite a bit of a mess on the floor, so let's tidy that up. And on the toilet seat, let's tidy this up. So this is how the Calla Lily is looking, and I don't think it's quite healthy because it seems like it's rotted away. See, there's quite a lot of rot in the internals of the Calla Lily. I do hope it survives. I put it a bit in shallow water just for the next few days, and then we'll change the water out more frequently and add some hormones to it.